their call to rescue all the nations and back up all their currency. Nigeria is known as a giant of Africa. With Bitcoin, we'll be giant of the world. Inksnation, the foundation. One united global family. As Inks,
we invest in people. To our 5 days lecture on and today's lecture, today being the 4th day, today's lecture is titled Why Inksnation is Not a Scam. Yesterday we treated the rise of the distributed reserve cryptocurrency, and I believe that is one of the most interesting lectures we've ever had, because it was explosive, and it's one of the things that we are going to be focusing on in 2021. So get ready. If Nigeria is not ready, there are so many other nations out there that are ready. And we talked about nations that are researching and doing a lot of experimentation as regards central bank digital currencies. So, in order for a nation not to miss out in the upgrade that is going on in the world, he or she or the nation needs to upgrade to blockchain. And one of such ways of upgrading is building central bank digital currencies. Now, today's lecture is going to be brief, hopefully, because the first day's lecture, the second day's lecture, the third day's lecture has proven that Inksnation is not a scam. Now, let's dive into today's lecture and head on to the content therein. First of all, we'll talk about what Inksnation is not. A lot of people misunderstand Inksnation a lot. Inksnation is not a scam. Inksnation is not a scam. Inksnation is not a scam. Firstly, have you ever seen where somebody that wants to scam you? Number one, when we started we wrote an open letter November 7th, November 8th, open letter on the internet about this project, launching November 12th, 2019. Now, if a scammer, how does a scammer scam somebody in that way? By coming out publicly. So, in essence, did we come out in November last year to say, Nigerians, so we want to scam you, get ready? Does a scammer, when you look at the features or the trademarks of how scammers scam people, they use people's identity, they use people's pictures, they pretend to be people they are not. But right from the very beginning, even before we started, we have been open. Even Bitcoin, till today, nobody knows the founder of Bitcoin. But here we are, very open, and there's nothing even wrong when you try a business and it fails. That does not make the businesses. Yeah. So today you can see me here physically. Is this how scammers scam people? We opened a Telegram group where we communicate with people every single day, or rather 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And we enlighten people on the blockchain, on artificial intelligence, on things that are to come. Is that how scammers work? Scammers will have time to train you, to teach you, like to give you lectures. We also started that Telegram group from one person to 10 people to 100 to 20 people to 10,000 to 20,000 up to 200,000 people in a Telegram group. And the maximum for Telegram group is 200,000. So scammers have time for that. Some of you have been scammed, some are even using our name, especially with the issues on ground, EFCC. It increased the number of people now comfortably use our name to scam people, which is very, very bad, because the people that the EF is meant to go after, they don't go after them. We are trying to use our exposure, we are using our knowledge and our understanding and our profession to better the lives of people. We started off in November 12th. Before that, there was an open letter. We wrote out the plans that we have in mind. And we requested for one thing, because we knew, as if we were prophesying, we knew that there will be such time when this same set of people will come up and start saying, "What is this?" and start disturbing one. And we said it then that, if you are ready for us, you invite us, to come and explain. But because it was not successful then, we had not even started. It most likely was ignored. But as we started from November 12, 2019, we have moved gradually, we grew, nurtured our family, and it has grown to over 6 million members today. But before then, a lot of challenges. Now imagine, someone was telling me some time ago that since 1960, sorry to quote this, that since 1960, there has never been a system that has, one, come together, bring people of different tribes, different religion together to fight a common goal, that has succeeded like this. So just despite all the challenges we had, imagine if we do not have those challenges. Imagine if we do not have those troubles, both government, EFCC challenges here and there. If we don't have all that, everything will go smoothly. We'll have a very powerful system by now. And we are open for the government to embrace it, even use it as their own, as we wish to package this as a Nigeria to the world innovation. But like the scripture says that the prophet is not recognized in his hometown, then maybe we need to relocate, reposition. So Inksnation is not a scam. No scammer will come out publicly, will open banner, put his picture, do everything, unless there is another definition of scam. No scammer would write open letter and say, "Oh, this is what," even the content of that letter that we wrote, we have achieved beyond what we wrote in that letter. So if our accounts can be blocked since June of 2020, since June, and we never complained, we still strived to make sure that, one, there are plans to disrupt August benefits. We make that plan impossible, and August was perfectly successful, even though there were challenges here and there. And up to this moment, we have still done our best. But at the point we are in, we need to reposition, re-strategize, even rearrange a lot of things. And thank God for everything. If not for the challenges on ground, I wouldn't have met a lot of prominent people outside the country. If not for the challenges, we wouldn't have gotten some offers and some benefits that will shock us in 2021. If not for all these challenges, we if not for the challenges, we wouldn't have considered even going out of Nigeria. We love the country so much. We want the glory of this mission to be labeled with the name Nigeria. We want Nigeria to take the glory as the founding nation. But since they are not embracing it, they are not accepting it, we have to move. We move. So Inksnation is not an investment. Please take note of that. Inksnation is not an investment. Every single amount you pay into the system. Some people will tell me, how can you pay 1,000 and be getting 120 monthly? You are not getting one, your money is not invested into anything. You are registering yourself as a member that I accept to be tokenized. Inksledger blockchain says that every single person on our blockchain is special. You are worth $800,000. Let us tokenize you. Let us tokenize it on our blockchain. And your registration is your signature, your application, your membership into the system that, yes, I accept to be tokenized. Human asset tokenization makes sense to me and I love it. Instead of tokenizing gold, tokenizing house, tokenizing cars, let us tokenize ourselves. So this is like a collection house of each individual tokenization, putting everything together. We are forming a reserve of our tokenization. When one person joins, $800,000 is added to the reserve, and so on. When 10 people joins, that is 8 million. When 100 joins, that is $80 million in the reserve. It is that reserve that is now used to give you, when you sign up as a bronze member, you say, I am a bronze member. And what I am saying with my registration is, I want to be receiving 0.04% from my tokenization, which is $320 monthly. When you register as silver, which is 10,000 or maybe $30 or thereabouts, you are saying that you want to be receiving 0.06 or 7% of your tokenization. When you register as gold member, which is 100,000 naira or $300, you are telling the system that I am tokenizing myself as a gold member and I want to be receiving 0.08% of my tokenization, which is about 240,000 naira monthly worth of income. So it is a very simple analogy. It is not an investment. You can also call it human insurance. You are insuring yourself for the age of AI. So even it can be given for free. It can be, we can decide to say, okay, get tokenized for free. So it's not the money you're putting in. We don't even count paper money as money anymore because the system itself is fading away. Every country is thinking of going cashless. So the paper itself is getting to a level where it will be useless. In some advanced countries, they hardly even use paper money. They use digital cash. So Inksnation is not a get rich quick scheme. On a normal day, the way this whole process is meant to run is we were meant to even just say let's get tokenized until we reach maybe 1.8 billion human beings being tokenized before we can even start doing anything. Or we can say until we reach 180 million members before we can start exchanging our tokenization. So the holding period in every most blockchains, there is a period of hold. You hold your reserve or your token or your UBI. So, for example, even in the US, as at yesterday, today, they are deliberating on what they call stimulus check or stimulus package for citizens of the United States of America. That is a UBI system. But the best way for UBI to come, so in a way that it will not be a burden, because the government has to, in making that UBI available for all members or all citizens, they are also adding to their debts. So, but when UBI is created out of human asset tokenization, it is individual's presence that is going to generate the funds you want to use. So there's no burden on the government. Rather, the government is going to be holding your reserve for you. So they are custodians of the reserve. Those $800,000 tokenized, they will be the ones to hold it in the basement or in the treasury. Then Inksnation is another area. Inksnation is not a business. It is not a business. It is an NGO. It is a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. We do not do business here. It is solely for humanitarian good and for the purpose of benefiting our members, creating a system around us that benefits our members. Now, when you look at the question, is Inksnation a scam? You ask yourself, I remember discussing with a lawyer about the issue on ground, and when I explained the program to him, he marveled. We were talking about the issue on ground as regards the EFCC and everything, but he said I should forget about that first. He now asked and said, how do we make money? Because what he sees is more like we are even the ones dashing people money. In the first place, when you join, you don't join through the company directly. You are joining through an agent. You are paying to an agent. You are not paying to the company. 98% of registration goes to exchangers or agents. So how does that become a scam? Are you saying we created a scam for and we are not benefiting from it? Or which scammer would create a platform for others to benefit instead of him to benefit? Let me retrace or restate certain things. When you join as a member. It is not an investment. It is a membership. Let that stick to everybody's mind and head. It is a membership. You are telling yourself, I am a gold member, I'm a silver member, and your registration does not come, your money does not even come to the company directly. It goes to the agents. Now the agents themselves come on board and say, oh, I want to be an agent. My duty is to bring more living notes, get more people tokenized on the Inks Ledger blockchain. It is not your paper money we are interested in. It is the tokenization that is our concern. Because if the whole world is tokenized, we'll have a good, a wonderful system, a very powerful system that nobody will be in poverty, nobody will lack basic amenities. Thank God AI is there also to help us to become our mates and our servants. So when agents come on board, we give them 140,000 freely. So the lawyer was asking that you're the one giving them money. You're giving people, agents, money. We give agents 140,000 worth of our cryptocurrency. Then they take it because on the platform you can only use Bitcoin to become a member. So they go out there and ask people, do you like the system? Do you want to be tokenized on the X Ledger blockchain? And the person says yes. Which of the packages do you want to be tokenized on? I said silver or gold or diamond or bronze. And you pay to the agent. And that agent exhausts that 140, registering people, bringing in new members, and he keeps 120,000 for himself. Now, this point is also to let you understand that Inksnation is not network marketing. There's nothing like matrix. There's nothing like you must bring two people. Then when you look at the arrangement of network marketing, you have to have points. When you register people even in network marketing, the money is still going straight to the company. Your points, you might have little benefits or gain. Maybe the company price is 10,000 and the selling price is 12,000. That is your 2,000 gain. Then you take everything piles up as points. Then it's the company in the end of every month, or you have a target when you get to level 1. You are able to achieve level 1 before you can get your benefits. But in Inksnation, the benefit is coming to you directly, direct to your palm. And like I said, let me repeat myself. Number 1, registration goes straight to the members, to the agents. They are the ones collecting the money. Then number 2, when the agents sign up, we give them 140 to start, like startup capital. Say, okay, bring in living notes. Business is all about acceptance. When you say, oh, I'm interested, then that is it. And when people come in as living notes, they get tokenized, and the agent exhausts his 140, keeps 120 at hand, then returns 20,000 back to the company and says, take, I have exhausted my 140. Then in the end, he decides again, I want to continue, give me another 140. And that is how the cycle goes. He receives the next 140, exhausts it, returns 20,000, and so on, like that. Like that. So with that, how does Inksnation become a scam? How does Inksnation become a scam? A scammer will create a platform. Nationwide, agents we have, they are close to 1 million. So in essence, in 2020, Inksnation employed close to 1 million youths, 1 million people. There are so many people that did not feel the impact of the negative effect of COVID-19 in their lives because of Inksnation. Even though we have ingrates and some of them that are not working exactly in line with our principles, Some of our challenges are because of the exchangers, unfaithful agents who do not know their right from their left. Everything they know about is how to just make money for themselves. If we were greedy, I remember when we started with 70,000, we give 70,000 and you return 20. People, even in network marketing, a lot of people came and said, why, how will you do this kind of thing? It will not favor you. How do you benefit? How do you gain? Because we don't have the mindset of greediness. We just wanted people to benefit. Yes, we can say take 70, return 50, take 20. When you exhaust your 70K, take 20,000, return 50. But we didn't do that way. The same people that complained when we decided to, instead of us to reduce it, we increased it to 140, and you are still returning 20,000. Because we believe in investing in people, in those that are on the field, for them to do the work, to do the hard work, let them benefit. So, Inksnation is not a scam, and it can never be a scam. Bitcoin itself, it took Bitcoin close to about 8 years to achieve what we have achieved in 1 year. And one point I want us to get is this. Most people compare Inksnation, Bitcoin with a lot of other platforms here and there. Let me tell you something. We are not, we might even be very fast. We were very fast in 2020, and that's good luck. That's luck for us. But the major end of our project is the long-term goal, not short-term. Everything we achieve in 2020 is still short-term. We are pursuing something that would sustain itself for many, many, many decades, centuries to come. We will be handing over a powerful and a system of abundance to generations that are coming. We just need to work together. If you calm yourself down and understand the principles around these new innovations, you will fall in love with it. Because all those that stand against Inksnation, they don't know that they are standing against their families. They are standing against their future. We are actually fighting a fight for humanity. So unless you are not a human, unless you are an animal, or unless you are a witch, that you will stand against something that is also fighting for you, has your interests at heart. Then I've heard of some people that will say, oh, Inksnation, because of Inksmart did not work. I need my 1,000, especially those people that paid 1,000. I need my 1,000 back. I laugh at you because your poverty will last. Or let me say your poverty might last. Number one, 1,000 naira you paid. If you had that 1,000 in your hand, it will not last you up to 3 days. Number two, 1,000, or rather, number two, you have stayed in this country called Nigeria. If you can cope, you have coped for several 4 years terms. That's nothing came out of those 4 years. And Inksnation came within a year. And we have been able, if not for the same set of people that are giving us challenges, we have been able to do a lot of things. We did not get sponsorship from international bodies. No single sponsorship from international body. No single sponsorship from within the country. No single sponsorship from anywhere. And we've been able to achieve what we achieved. So if people don't applaud us, we will applaud ourselves. If people don't give us awards, we will go and print award by ourselves and give it to ourselves. And for those of you that are worried about your 1,000 that you paid. Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm saying it live. Shame on you. There are people that bought Bitcoin more than $1,000, $2,000. They abandon it, hoping that it will get value sometime later. And by God's grace, it did get value. And today they are benefiting from that little sacrifice that they made. And in Inksnation, we made it so simple that your registration, you don't need to register and pay to us in the company. You don't need it. Give it to the agents. Let them register you. If that 1,000 is so painful to you that you registered 1,000 and you are going back to go and say, oh, I need my 1,000 back, even if it's 10,000, 100,000. Understand the times. Fiat currency is dead already. Yes, I repeat, all paper money, naira, dollar, everything, they are all dead. This is why I don't even value it much. The only thing that remains for them is burial ceremony. It's like when somebody dies and you put the person in mortuary. So paper money is in the mortuary currently. They have no fixed date of burial for paper money. That is what is happening. So if you have that understanding, every single paper money you have now, you put it into one investment or the other. Then when you are investing, focus on the investments of the times, the technologies of the times. Some people will say, oh, you want to do business. I have 10 million now. Can I go into oil and gas? There are so many businesses that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, they were the main business, but now they are dead. But because of lack of vision, you might be fooled into going to invest in those same kind of businesses that are already dead currently. So Inksnation is not a scam. Inksnation is not an investment. Inksnation is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Inksnation is not a business. Inksnation is not network marketing. Inksnation is a digital community that aims to use emerging technologies like blockchain, artificial intelligence, big data, 5G, quantum computing, all the new technologies for the betterment of the human race. Anyone that is against humanity, you convert it, we use it. You see, all these technologies are neutral. When you say artificial intelligence is going to take away a lot of jobs, yes, that is a fright. But on its own, it is not invented to take away your job. It is invented to better productivity, to fasten things. So when you look at those technologies, you should look at them in a way that, how do I use this technology to better the human race? How do I use them for humanitarian good? Inksnation is the world's first charitable trust DAO. Inksnation invented the world's first philanthropic blockchain called Inksledger. Blockchain for human and non-human asset tokenization. We also invented the world's first distributed reserve cryptocurrency called Pincoin, which serves as the democracy of money. Democracy of money, money of the people, money backed by the people, and money for the people. Inksnation comes with the ideology of humanity first. Every innovation, everything we are doing from henceforth is built around humanity first, or humanity above every other thing. So whatever you are innovating, when you look at it deeply and it is anti-human, it is going to be cancelled. So we focus on things that will better the livelihood of humanity. Those in the remote areas, those that are very poor, those that are lack basic amenities. How do we speedily revive things and make them live a better life? The solution is human asset tokenization. It's one of the fastest way to bring people out of poverty, whereby you don't need to be thinking of, if you say you want to use universal basic income just like that, then it means that the government have to be squeezing out money from the, is it Nigeria government that is complaining of they are broke, or they are even borrowing money from pensioners' money. So, but when you use human asset tokenization, you are the one yourself generating your funds, then breaking it into several months. So your tokenization is the one that is generating your funds, and it is broken into several months. If we ask you what is your worth, you know of Dangote's worth. Dangote is close to $12 billion. But what is your worth? At Inksnation, we have created, or we have invented, a cryptographic analogy that fix human worth at a basic or minimum. The minimum or average human worth is $800,000. So in our blockchain, we are able to achieve human asset tokenization, non-human asset tokenization, even net worth tokenization. Like the likes of Dangote can be tokenized. When you look at his worth, $12 billion, you can tokenize that worth on the blockchain and say, okay, from that same worth, he can even be paying salaries of his workers. From that his tokenization. He can be paying himself. From that his tokenization. So these are future plans. $10, Bill Gates, they can be tokenized. That is net worth tokenization. But presently, we are still focusing on human asset because we want to focus more on the downtrodden. We are not the greedy or the the type that is too particular about publicity, fame, or favor. We need to revive or give the downtrodden hope before we now go into network tokenization. People like Davido can be tokenized, and you know his worth. What is your worth? Your worth 30 billion Gan. You are worth 30 billion. Is it naira or dollars? If it's naira, okay, we tokenize you, and you can be getting certain amounts from that tokenization every month. So then another thing that many people don't appreciate about our blockchain is that we, one, one of the things or some things that people don't appreciate about our blockchain is that, one, we made ourselves public. Two, after making ourselves public, we decided to also participate in the exchange. We are not meant to participate in the exchange. Our duty is to tokenize you, and you start receiving your 320 monthly or universal basic income until when the system achieves mass adoption, or whenever you see anybody that is ready to exchange it, you exchange. It's not meant to concern us, but we made it to concern us, and people don't value that. The people that are exchanging Bitcoin, are they exchanging from the founder of Bitcoin himself? Is people themselves, individuals themselves, that saw the opening and said, "Oh, let's create this exchange path." And that is one of the things that have made Bitcoin to be where it is today. So these are the individuals that decided to pick up the Bitcoin and say, "Oh, I like this thing. Let me exchange." We have very few exchangers that understand that. So you need to appreciate and value what you have. If you can manage existence in this country called Nigeria, then you should be able to manage anything that comes. You should be happy for Inksnation as the hope. If we did not get support from international bodies, support is already coming in 2021. But if we did not get in 2020 and we succeeded the way we did, then if we did not get from even the country we are living in fact, we got the opposite, then you should appreciate the level of success we've achieved. We did not fail, we did not have the challenges we had in 2020 is even minor for me because we beat our expectation. We know that if there was no restriction, we would have done more. By now, I know what we would have done or where we would have landed. But because of the challenges, we still are able to stand firm. And the only thing that can totally spoil our project is the only way this project can fail is if the human race, every single person that has been tokenized, dies today or dies in one day or one period. If the human race is annihilated, which is almost impossible. So let us understand that Inksnation is here to correct the age-old errors of money. One of the errors of money is that money does not value the valuer. The system created around fiat currency does not make it to value the valuer. That's why I like one word in blockchain, incentivization, or when you talk about incentivizing your members. So majority of this tokenization, whatever you are receiving is more like the incentivization of your tokenization. You decided to tokenize yourself. Your tokenization gives value to the blockchain, gives value to the system. So the system is ready to also value you as the valuer by tokenizing you and also giving you universal basic income from the system. Then we have said it that governments can also attach their salary system to it. Now, we want to talk about the major problem we are fighting. There are so many problems we are combating in Inksnation. But the major problem is that artificial intelligence is going to take away lots of jobs, which will increase unemployment in the world. Africa, Nigeria needs to be grateful because we have seen the future. We know that this problem will affect Africa the most. And it will skyrocket the level of poverty. Nigeria is already seen as the headquarters of poverty, and we are still talking about COVID-19 and artificial intelligence taking away more jobs, increasing the level of poverty in the world. So, and our solution, we said that the best way to end poverty in the world is to provide a form of universal basic income to the masses. And the masses won't need to compete with artificial intelligence for jobs. Rather, AI will become national and global made servants to humanity. Then at blockchain, which will be self-reliant, it will rely on your universal basic income is based on your presence on the blockchain, based on the value you add to the blockchain, based on your tokenization. It's not You are not going to be a burden to anybody. You are not going to be a burden to any organization or to any government or politicians. So the system gets you tokenized, and you are tokenized at $800,000 each, and you're receiving 0.04%, which is minimum of $320 monthly, just as universal basic. Let's call it 120,000 naira monthly. Tell me, if you receive 120,000 monthly, will you go into crime? Crime rate will reduce drastically if we have a system like this. Then my children, your children, even me myself, the leaders themselves will have peace, rest of mind. The level of crime is incoherent with the level of poverty in the country, insurgency and everything. In order to kill or reduce insecurity in a country like Nigeria, you have to reduce poverty, because poverty is one of the biggest sources or reason why people go into crime. So this is the plight of Inksnation. We understand the past, the present, and the future of how things are going to be, and we have preferred a better solution that says that get tokenized and become a living node. No matter how long it takes for us to achieve this, just understand we are fight. This is a fight that a government is meant to be doing. This is fight that people like WHO, UN, and so on, they are meant to be doing. But a young man, like someone said, that small boy from Badagry. A small boy from Badagry is fighting this fight. You need to appreciate it, because it's a fight that you yourself can fight, or you are not fighting it. Rather, you are even fighting against it with ignorance, because we are fighting for a better life for you and I, a better life for our children. All the system needs is your understanding, and through your understanding, you know that all you need to offer the system is patience. Just be patient. Patient for us to get to our destination. No matter what anybody says, 1,000 naira does not kill anybody. If you look at the system, you will understand. Some people ask me why people that pay 1 million, they are even losing. The person that pays 1,000 benefits more to an extent, because you pay 1 million, you are getting 300k monthly. Yes, it is done on purpose, because we want more people to register in bronze. We are not interested in your money. It is not that paper money that is valuable to us. That is why we give it freely to the agents. Agents hold or handle 120k. No company on earth does that. Gives you 85% of its funds and you return just 15%. And even in that, people still see it as a scam. Well, at this junction, I guess I am done with the topic. Inksnation is not a scam. If it is a scam, you will not see me live. I will never appear. You just see that yes, there is a background, something is happening. We have footage, we have so many ones like that nobody even knows their founder. We have some that they come out and it still failed. But here, the only way it can fail is if everybody in the system dies. And it's not possible. It's impossible. So let's all put heads together. Like I said earlier on, if you can cope in this country, no matter when you were born, whether 1960 or 1970 or 1980 or 1990, 2000, you were born in this country and you can cope even since when we claimed democracy in 1999 till date, and you can cope, then please be patient. If we have what they have, I don't need political seats, but if we have that place that they have or that position they have, we will do better, faster. But even as we don't have it, if you call the level we are in today that we have not succeeded, then you're lying to yourself, because Inksnation is a total success. I am very happy that we can come this far. There will always be challenges. Do you know what we are doing? We are changing a totally deep-rooted system, a system that you were born into, I was born into, that has lasted for more than 100 years. It's not easy to undo, but we've been able to come this far within a year. So we are proud of ourselves and we are happy. God will make you understand what we are doing and will give you that spirit of patience. No matter how the journey goes, you will just be patient with us and understand that everything is done for the general good of the human race. So thank you for today's meeting. I think we're done here. If we have any questions, anything to say, ask. Remember the topic.